I can tell you that the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur is one of the most interesting ones you will ever believe because we're just having a ball. Well, I don't know about you. And sometimes when you're getting 2 views, 3 views, eh, you feel a little bit like this stuff ain't working, but that's not the point. The fact that we get to do all of these interesting things is what I'm going to let you in on today. Literally, I have to do some work. So if you want to see kind of the work that I do that I get after all of the time, come on in. One of the first things is editing videos. Now, if you're just starting off, then editing videos, that's going to be your responsibility. If you've got more time than you have money, then guess what? It's on you. But now, if you have the ability, and as soon as you possibly can, if you're making a dime over a donut, then if you want to get help with people editing your videos, it's going to save you a lot of time. But with me, I do a lot through some of my companies. I have a lot going on, and I just like to keep my hands in it. So, I'm probably a little hard-headed, but I just want to kind of let you in, and I'm going to be real casual about it because I've got a lot of stuff to do today, and you might as well see it. What do y'all think? Might as well see it? All right, cool. Now I've got some things open. I might have a little lag, but I'm going to go ahead and show you, for example, one of the things that I would do is I'm going to go ahead and open up this screen here, and I'm going to show you this one right here. This is going to be a video. All right, so here's what I have to do, or I get a chance to do. I'm not going to say I have to do anything. I hate saying that. You don't have anything. Never again do you have to do anything. Trust me when I say that. All right, so let's take a look at this, for example. If we take a look at this one right here, then this is a video that I get a chance to edit here real soon. And all I'm going to do is, this is a video that I did with my co-host for another show that I do. Her name is Ashley, and we've got a little company together, and we create content as a result of that, right? So we're getting after it pretty good here. And what I'm going to do is just take and edit out this video. It's a pretty complicated video today. Get rid of a little opening stuff here where I am not saying much. And like I say, I'm just bringing you along this journey with me today because some people just say, just walk me through what you do every single day because I want to see if I want to do this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, edit some stuff out. You get a chance to hear me talking.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion space and people in that career has taken a hit.
Right. And this is what we're talking about. Now we have Ashran Career Solutions, and Ashran Career Solutions is a company that just helps people with their career, business, and life. Right. Now, I happen to have some skill in that. So this is what we're going to be about today. And it's literally just a talking head video. So again, like I say, I'm just letting you in on a day in the life. I like to go through here. Some of the things I don't like to do a lot of edits to, because that becomes a pain in the butt. Right now, some people, I get calls all the time that talk about, oh my gosh, we all edit your videos and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going, I do so many things after the video. In other words, for me, the video, I use YouTube as a big old compression engine. And, I do have a couple of channels that are monetized, but that's not the point. The point is I take the material and I do something else with it. I use YouTube to be a means by which to run ads from and all that. If you got a YouTube channel, if you got a Facebook page, if you got all these different things, then you can run ads. So that's one of the things that I do. I use it for that purpose for the most part, because you do not have to wait to become a YouTuber to get monetized. Now, I got some videos that I talk about that. Look in some of the other videos that I've done. So I may just say, fine, you give me 3-4 views. That's cool. I only need one person to say, hey, I want to come into your $10,000 program or something like that. Okay. So, all right, now I'm going to go ahead and edit this. Now, what'll happen is it'll get a little laggy because when I am doing videos, it pulls a lot of power. So what I may end up doing is not actually rendering this video. I'm doing a couple of annotations, a couple of edits to it. I may throw some music in there. I haven't decided yet. Let's see if we're going to go ahead and do that. Again, day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. We're always deciding on something. Now, here is what I may actually do is in this video itself, I may put our little logo up in here in the corner just to kind of give reference to some of the stuff we do business life. Actually, I actually noticed that I had a problem with one of these. Watch this. I'll show you in a second. So you see what I'm doing? Career, business, life. All right. And then this one, if you notice, look at that. That says careers, business, life. All right. So I probably, am going to have to decide if I want to use this one or if I want to use this one. So again, chance to just see how this decision goes in the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. This is we're constantly thinking about stuff like this, right? Do I use this one? Do I use this one? Right? This one right here can go up in the corner, or I can put this down in the corner here. You see what I mean? So I like that other one, but it doesn't have what I wanted. It has careers, and this has careers, business, life. What do y'all think? In the description field, tell me what you think. If I should just go ahead and say, forget it. Use this one, use this one. This one's a little bit more interesting. It's got some stuff going on, but it also looks a little busy, right? So let's go ahead and I don't want to use that one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And I'm going to go ahead and use this one. All right. Again, you wanted to see what is a day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. This becomes a part of it, right? We do stuff like this. Now, Ashley and I are going to we're going to monetize this by using, I've got other programs and other things that we invite people to, and that's how we monetize it. That's how we make money with this stuff. Now, are you going to make money with this? I can't tell you. I tell you that the results are not typical, implied, or guaranteed. I talk about that all the time, and I say also that this is for educational purposes. I just want to show you how this stuff works. So let's go ahead and remove some of these tracks. And you see, I'm just editing it out, right? I want this down and here. I don't want it to be in the way. Now, some of the other videos, I've already done a couple of our videos, and this is one of the last ones that I wanted to do before I did some other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch that out. You get a chance to see how I do that editing. And again, this is what digital entrepreneurs are doing. And then in a minute, what I'm going to do is show you how I would now take this video. Though this isn't edited, if I start editing it right now, it will pull so much power that I think I would get kind of staticky, but I'm going to risk it anyway, just so you have a chance to see how this goes, right? If you get a chance to see how I literally do this, then maybe you start saying to yourself, you know what? I think I can do this. And then if you want me to train you on some of these things, I'll be more than happy to. This is what I do all day long. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and try it and say that this is going to be, I'm going to put this in a local file here, just so you get a chance to see this. Now, I know people that every time I talk to somebody and they have a person, that person is always, they're backed up, right? They're backed up just like I'm backed up. They got 88 videos to do and all that stuff too, right? I'm going to just say 1221. Now, I've got probably after this one, 3 more videos before I even get into my vibe coding stuff, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this after I get done with it. Let's see if it pulls too much power. If it pulls too much power, then I may have to shut it down. But let's see, 19 by 20. Yep, I want that. No watermarks. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm starting this one. I usually just keep a little piece of paper here. Y'all can see that. Day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. That's what this is all about. You wanted to see exactly how I go through these things? Okay, great. I didn't have a lot of editing to do. What do y'all think? I should put a little music with this, because I can go ahead and, throw some music down in here. Let's see what we got. Let's see if anything makes sense. All right. Let's see if we got something that connects here. All right. Now, this is, again, how you see some of these videos made.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion space and people.
I don't like that one. It's not long enough for me. Well, it's about 2 minutes. Not too bad, right? But I mean, I can just imagine over the course of this is not too bad. I might be able to keep it in here. Let's see if we can put it down to maybe about 16%. See what it
In
sounds like.
that career has taken a hit. So Ashley and I want to talk about.
So you know what I might do? I might just go ahead and put some different music in here. So what about this one right here? Let's go ahead and add this. And then that one is, what is this one at? This one's at, I can't remember the percentage, 16%. So this would be another one that I could put at about 16% too. And I'm going to show you, right? So now once I get over to this one, here's that music.
Great. It was the money was, but I didn't realize that construction was up and down. That was the first pit. Now I'm going to get into some more recent pit when you kind of make sense.
I don't know. I don't like the separateness right here. That don't do it for me. So again, a decision that we typically made. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I think I might just keep this one through the whole. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Again, you get a chance to see how I do this stuff. And then afterwards, watch. When I get done with this, I'm going to paste it in, but I'm going to paste it a little bit short here. I'm going to paste this one a little bit short here. And then I'm going to just keep on pasting. And if you've seen me when I do some of these other videos, sometimes you get a chance to see how that actually works, right? So we just hit copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And then we change up some of the things so it doesn't sound, like the same at least. So again, why is this day in the life interesting to you? Is because, man, this is a wonderful life. It can get a little if you're sitting over there saying to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make $1 million from all of this stuff, then you might be, you might just want to do something else. Because can you make a lot of money? If you're just trying to make money from the videos, I don't care, you got the superstars and all that kind of stuff, and they're doing well and they're getting paid millions and millions of dollars, but they got a little special up, right? They are a named person or an ex, athlete or something like that. And we see all that kind of stuff, right? And we see all these views, but I can tell you there's some things that people do to make you think that they got views, but then they're not making any money. I'd rather have 38 views and make $3,800, right? Not to suggest that is, or you will. I say this with the idea that this is education. I'm showing you right now, educating you on a little bit of the process of what I do in a day. Right now, watch this. Once I get done with this, I'm putting all this in. Now I could have, again, because this is live and I've decided to do more lives, I still put other videos up, but I just love doing lives because you get a chance to see that this ain't Memorex, man. This ain't, okay, there we go. So now I got that. I got some music in, all of the same in terms of 16%, not 100% voice and all that kind of stuff. So we get a chance to do that. We got our little logo down in the corner. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to render this. Rendering takes power. You'll see here in a minute how it'll start slowing down. I may get a little laggy. But if you're willing to go along with me because you just wanted to see what we do in a day, then you are welcome to. So I'm going to go ahead and Ash Rand. When I recorded this particular one, 10/21/25, it's going to go to my videos. So I make sure that I write down where it's going to go. Now, I've had video editors, and they are expensive. But I've had video editors, and I like to use my video editors now for my commercials and stuff that I'm getting ready to use to drive people to landing pages and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, I still do it. Will I give this up eventually? Yeah. Right now, I get a big kick out of messing around with it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do it. You decide for yourself if it makes sense for you to do this. It may not make sense for you to do this. You may go, bro, I'm not good at this. But I'm saying that when you're first starting off, do it. Because either way, you want to be able to show other people that you know how to do it and then what to expect from them. If you're with me and you understand that, go ahead and put some information into the in the comment section. as I go ahead and do this and show you this stuff, I'm going to go ahead and export it. Watch this. We're going to get a little laggy now because it's going to start rendering. And it'll tell me, oftentimes it'll start telling me what's the estimated time, but it sees that I got something that's taking a lot of power and it's a little bit slow. I can guarantee you, I've seen this too many times where you look at that, it's going to go. But I like to be able to show you live what is actually happening. So when you see it live and you say to yourself, wait a minute, that makes a sense. I see what Randy's doing there. Look at that. I'm lagging pretty bad here. I'm going to have to, talk to the people who own this software and say, hey, bro, this ain't what I expected, bro. Look at that. I am now seeing that the lag times is going to be probably pretty bad, and I'm live right now. And just seeing how this is behaving really does not do anything for me. And I'm a little demystified by this, actually, because I had already taken it off. And it's not doing what I want to do. All right. So, hey, that's one of those things that we learn. We learn a lot, by looking at and working with different softwares, and you will get an understanding of this too. When you start getting out there and you start working with all these different platforms and all the different things that you could do to go out there and be digital entrepreneurs, boy, man, you learn a lot, right? So I am unafraid, literally unafraid to try new things like I'm showing you right now. I'm in this new studio. I decided to try it. I'm streaming it to other areas. That's the whole idea. We continue to just have fun and do different things. Now, what I would do with this next one, I'm going to show you that I'm going to now go over and I want to show you another one here, because once I share the screen, there's some things I don't like about this new software, right? I do like the fact that I can send it to 10 different areas for the same price. So I was checking that out. I got a pricing opportunity. And then what I had next was I had the ability, like I say, to send it to so many different places, and it gave me some other flexibility. So again, as a digital entrepreneur, a day in the life, you'll be deciding on all of that kind of stuff, right? So you see how I have been able to just look at a couple things. Look at this. Let's see, images. I didn't like what it did with Instagram. I don't think it went over to Instagram, right? So, hey, again, you're seeing how it is. I'm going to go to another screen. If I can pull up this, if the screen will pull up. It says I'm sharing somewhere else. Stop sharing. Stop sharing what, bro? All right. Dedicate window, prepare. All right. We'll go ahead and keep going. Watch this. So this next one, I'm going to be showing you this, because this is one that I really like to go to. VidTechie. Now, this is, again, when we are as digital entrepreneurs, we're constantly looking at different ways to represent our stuff, right? And different ways to get information. So here are some other things that when I looked up digital entrepreneur, here's what I did notice. I noticed that it was being searched out on YouTube and Google, which is good. Now we want to look at digital entrepreneur, digital entrepreneurship, digital entrepreneur study, digital entrepreneur. I don't know what that means, but anyway, digital entrepreneur business. Look at this. Digital entrepreneur business. It says here that it's also on YouTube and Google. So I might want to pop into this. Let's go ahead and look into this real quick, because what we're doing now as a digital entrepreneur, you're just going, okay, where can I most likely put the best amount of time and get the best amount out? Now, as I want to see what the digital entrepreneur business conversation is being had, I might go over here and say, okay, go ahead and search videos. The moment it says it's going to go and search videos, then what it's going to do is going to look up all these different videos. Watch this. Look at this. And this is where we get a really cool opportunity. We get a chance to see, hey, this one was published way in 2021. Digital entrepreneurship didn't do much, 3,000 views in 4 years. This one was published in 2024. And he's got and this is what we want to look at. This guy's got 27 million subscribers. So, I mean, it's a TED Talk. All right. So 6 tips on being a successful digital entrepreneur. So TED's got, a gazillion of these. So this is what we're looking at. Easy business to start. Now, I think is that Alex Hormozy? That might be Alex Hormozy. All right. So he's got 1.5 million views. He's got 3 million subscribers. So we're looking right in here. What is digital entrepreneurship? So that's somebody talking about it. How many views this guy's got? 5,000 views 2 years ago. So you see what's happening, how I made 10 million selling 10 million. Now, this is a key thing here. 10 million what? 10 million lakhs, $10 million, 10 million. All right. So 10 million selling digital products by 22. Is that $10 million? I don't know, but I might be able to go into here and see some stuff, right? Oh, I know what it is. This is the Airbnb lady. You see what we're able to do? Just looking at this gives us information. This is the Airbnb lady, and I think they kind of ran her off the internet, but whatever. But at least we're getting a chance to see subscriber counts, what they're talking about under just that particular thing we looked up. Right. So we got 860 to get rich with these 5 business ideas. Looks like that's a short. The guy's got a whole bunch of subscribers, though. So we got to watch out for that. When we are doing this kind of work, we watch out for, how many subscribers they have. All right. So now I could go into any one of these and look at the video itself, but I'm not going to because I don't really care about that one. So you see what I'm doing here now. Let's go back to digital entrepreneurship. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's search videos. You see what we got: digital entrepreneurship study, digital entrepreneurship, the business, digital entrepreneurship study. I'm really curious about digital entrepreneurship work from home. Now that might be something. So digital entrepreneurship work from home. Let's go ahead and search the videos on that one. So again, day in the life, this is what we do. We do a lot of research to figure out sometimes what videos we should do next. Let's see if we can say select all. I don't want to select all. Select none, copy video URLs, add to list, add to campaign. No, I don't want to do any of that. But look at these. These are all little shorts. That's giving us an idea. If this is 1.2 million and this is June of 2024, 1,243,000 views, and we see that it's a short. So that tells me I should create shorts from the stuff that I'm doing right now. And I'm going to show you how I would go about that. All right. So you see, we got an opportunity just to check out some stuff. Let's look over here into content repurpose. That looks like it's new. I don't recall seeing that. Oh, I see what they're doing. I'm not going to do that. But here's one I want to show you. Look at this. I can take any thumbnail and scrape it. Now I'm showing you this tool simply because one of the tools that I use, and you can see that I use it inside the description field. If you see this on, YouTube, then you can go inside of the description for flip book with all of the different tools that I use. All right. Now, thumbnail scraper is pretty good. I really like it. It's not too bad. So let's say if we went over to YouTube, if I went over to YouTube and I wanted to grab a thumbnail, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this live. So you can see this is a day in the life, right? So this is Shakiri Richardson. I might go into, let's go to digital entrepreneurship. All right. Now you see what I did? I just typed in a couple of things. And if you notice, look at this. Could you get away with just coming into YouTube and typing in digital entrepreneur? Yes, you could. That's one of the sneaky things. I like to have my stuff in one spot, but this is one of those sneaky things that oftentimes people don't know. Watch this. Digital entrepreneur, Preneur. I should probably put the N in preneur. N-E. All right, now watch this. It's a little hack for you if you're not familiar with this. Watch this. I'm going to hit space. I'm going to hit A. Awards. I'm going to hit B. I'm going to hit C. So all I'm doing is going and seeing which ones would come to the top. Digital Entrepreneurship Free Course. Okay, cool. I'm going to mark that. Why? Because I am going to do a digital entrepreneurship course for free. Because it's showing me that a lot of people are out there looking for it. And if we look back to A, we got awards. We look at B, we got digital entrepreneurship business. Remember, we saw that earlier. So our job is to then go in. Let's go ahead and click on that and see what comes up. It's the same thing that this other tool showed us. Look at this. The shorts shows the shorts. Now, what I might want to do, you see that one right here from 4 years ago? I don't want shorts. I like the videos. I like the long form videos. Although I know that because I may look at this and go, okay, this is that guy. It's a TED Talk. Those are really kind of interesting, full guide. Here's one, set up AI script with ChatGPT. I saw her the other day. See, she's sponsored. She's running ads herself. This one said how I made $10 million. Remember we saw that? Here's one, create digital product in 24 hours, start a six-figure business. This is 191,000 views. So here's what I would do. I would then grab this one right here. All right, now I'm going to go over in.
Why waste another summer not loving your body?
With Base 44.
Oh, I love that. That was a good commercial. Why go another summer without loving your body? How cool is that? All right, so I'm back here now. All right, so remember that video, we want to now scrape that. I think we're going to scrape that thumbnail so that we can make our own thumbnails, right? Now watch this, download the thumbnail. I'm going to download her thumbnail, and then I'm going to go over to another tool. Well, you know what? I'm like out. I'm out of credits on this tool right here. You'll see it in a minute, right? Because I was creating all kinds of stuff today. Yeah, I was getting after it, bro. So I'm going to go over here to Reeve. This is a tool called Reeve. Again, I think I have that one in the yeah, look at this. I bet you I'm all out. It only gave me so much for the day. Look at that. It won't even let me mess with it. Look at this. Come on. Upload and edit. Nah, I don't want to do all that. All right. So I'm out of credits for the day. But again, hey, day in the life of a digital entrepreneur, we are constantly looking at different things that we can do. So I'm going to go to another tool that I use. All right, this is the fun part, right? I'm going to go to another tool, and then I'm going to find a scraper, see if I can find a thumbnail scraper. So thumbnails. And if you're with me, if you just want to follow along, look at this. So we got thumbnail downloader, YouTube thumbnail downloader, AI thumbnail generator. Here's a rater. I don't want that. Let's try something else. Go to image. Click worthy. Let's try that. See what it comes up with. So I'm just bringing you to work with me today. All right. So we got video, thumbnail style, nano banana, advanced settings. Let's see. I don't know about this one. We could try it. I guess we could try it, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to see if we can scrape this thumbnail, take her stuff out. And then, because, you know, it did really, really well, showing a couple of things. Now, I wouldn't want all that. I obviously wouldn't want her face. So, Nano Bananas does pretty good at copying. Let's see if we can get 3. Let's see if we can do 16 by 9, 1K, any elements, and then So you seeing what I'm doing. I'm just going through. I'm just bringing you to work with me, man. Thumbnail style. Let's go minimalist. No, let's go educational. And describe video. This is not going to do it. So change out. Do not copy wholesale. I don't know. So, I don't think it's going to do it. I don't think it's going to do it. I don't know. So I'm going to try it anyway, because it may give us something interesting. Like I say, if you wanted to just see how the kind of stuff that I go through on a day basis, or a lot of content creators, not the, diary of a CEO guys, those guys have massive teams. And I mean, they've thrown millions of dollars at these things. So we have to be very careful on who we're modeling. And we got to be very aware that there's all kinds of little tricks and little templates. I would rather show you the reality. Some days you get 3 views, but I'd rather you get 3 views and then you get let me go ahead and put this image in here. You can't see this part right here, y'all, because these are my images. And I'm in my files, but at least you get a chance to, understand what I'm doing. And when I say, all right, let's try this. Let's see if I can do it. I'm really just seeing if I can do this. I don't even know if it will, right? Because this is not the 1 nano banana. I knew I want nano banana. I wanted to generate. Let's see if it'll do it. It probably won't, but hey, why not try to see if the tools that we have available to us can do what we want to do. I wanted to take hers out. I wanted to copy with my face in there, change out her face and put mine in. Do not copy wholesale. It may or may not do it. It might create something totally different. But hey, because we're using AI and because you're following me to work today, this is what we do, right? This is what we get. I wonder why I can't do anything here. All right, so I should probably do a new album. No, it's just telling me I don't have no credits. All right, so I'm going to come back over here. Now, as you notice, sometimes when these things are doing what they're doing, they're kind of checking out. I'm using this particular model. If you notice here too, I can use all kind of different models. Nano Banana is pretty good. Seed Dream, I found will give you some weird images. I ain't really, down with that one. Ideogram is not bad. It does a pretty good job. So this particular tool, I've got over 3,500 different tools, and there's no way I could, figure them all out. So what I do is I just come in and I test a couple of them out. And sometimes I'll give it to my virtual assistant or something like that, right? Oh, okay. Okay. Look at this. It did. And I just gave it a raggedy prompt. All right, so look at this. I'm not that guy. I don't know where they got that image from, but this is more looks like me, if you notice in the picture here. Now, I'm not going to use it because it's too close to hers, and it uses all of these kind of things, but it did a decent job. Digital product in 24 hours, not too bad, not too bad. And if you remember, hers was in 24 hours. I wouldn't want the same stuff, but at least you get a chance to see how it could do. It didn't do too bad of a job. Now it says change out her face and put mine in. They did it, except this dude. It showed digital products. All right, let's go ahead and look at it big. All right, you see, it just copied it. I don't want a copy of it. It changed up some colors here. And you have seen this before, haven't you? Just wholesale copy, but at least it gives us hope. Now I can also say, change out her face, put mine in, and change the style. This thumbnail whole. These elements. Let's make our own. Now, I'm glad that you're here coming to work with me today because I had to do this work anyway. And I'm going to be doing more of these kind of videos where I just invite you to work. Come on in. This is what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be, you know, stand on one toe and exciting. I'm saying, hey, look, this is what I do on a daily basis. You want to see it, right? Change her face and put mine in, but change the style of this thumbnail overall. Do not copy any of these elements. Let's make our own. Okay, so this is what I'm telling it. I want her thumbnail in. I got this one right here. I'm going to upload. I'm going to leave that same one here. Educational. Yep. Nano Banana Pro, because Nano Banana Pro does a good job of kind of copying, a video or copying images and stuff like that. Any mood. Let's change the mood a little bit. Exciting and energetic. I want to be exciting and energetic this time. So let's go ahead and generate. Now, while we're doing that, I want to go ahead and take you back to what we were doing. And then I'm going to show you a couple of things that I would do next. So a couple of things that I would do in the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur is I would be using this one right here. This one might not allow us to do a couple of things, but I'm going to show you. I want you to be able to see some of the free stuff that we have available that we can use. Okay. So I'm going to say video to text, compress a video. I could do that. Let's go video to text. You remember that video that we were doing? Yeah, I want to do video to text. Let's see if it'll give me the ability to do that. All right. So our video is done. The one that I was telling you earlier that I was doing work on anyway, the 1221 video. Let's see if we can't grab that video now. All right. So we're going to grab that video and we're going to upload it so that we can do some work. Y'all coming to work with me, right? That's what you said. All right. I'm at work. All right. So let's see. This one's going to be Ashrand 1221. Oh, shoot. I don't know if that's edited or not. All right. You see how they make money? See how this company makes money? Darn it. I don't know if this is the... Don't worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. Darn it. I forgot to put... I should have put... Shoot. All right. So let's close this out. But look at this. File is too large. It's telling me I should probably have compressed it. Yeah, I know. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how we can get the actual transcript. All right, let me see here. Solutions picture. Oh, I didn't do any of that. So I'm going to see if I can't find this somewhere else. So you're coming to work with me, right? There we go. Day in the life. So a day in the life means a day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. Ashrand, let me see if I can't find it another way. 1221. There it is. Yeah, 665 megabytes. That's why it's too dang big. So I may have to put it in one of my other tools to figure it out. Let me see. What tool could I use to get the transcript? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple other tools. Video. I'm gonna put it in. I think I'm gonna put it in Taja. Yeah, I'll show you this one. This might take a little while though, but if you're coming to school with me, or you're coming to work with me, then you're coming to work with me, right? So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. I can load up to 10 gigabytes here, paste in or upload my video. So here's the one that I have. It is. I'm gonna rename it. Edit it. 2125. Edited. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this video. Watch this. I'm gonna bring this over. Hopefully I can bring this over and I can show you. Now, again, this is what we're doing. Day in the life, right? This is a day in the life of a digital inclusion space and people that's the in video that right there. And I can see that it didn't do what I wanted to do. All right, so that's not cool. All right, so I'm gonna try to get it in a different way. It'll show me in a minute if I can do it. Come on. All right, so you seeing what I'm doing? Hey, again, this is some of the work that we put in, y'all. In a typical day, we may end up finding ourselves doing stuff like this. All right, there it is. Now let's see if I can go another way. So you see what it's doing now. 668 megabytes are being loaded up. All I want to do is put this video in. It's already edited, and then I'm going to be able to get some shorts from it. I'm going to be able to do a whole bunch of different things from it. That's what I'm trying to get after. Right now, I'm going to show you a little tip that I came up with earlier today. I was doing something else. So while this is loading in, I don't want you to be around for that. I know some people, if you don't have the patience to kind of like hang out with me and come to work with me, I get it. If you're looking for the snazz and jazz and all that kind of stuff, but if you want to see the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur, this is it. I kid you not. Look at this. It says for me that growth stats will not be available because I'm doing a direct upload. Well, I did a direct upload because the free tool that I was trying to use, it wasn't available to me. Right now, you see what we got. We got multiple things going at the same time. We've got this going, and then we got two other things that are rendering for us, all kinds of stuff. So that's the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. I'm telling you, this is how we are having the most fun and why it's so god darn interesting and why I'm literally making the call to you. Come on, let's get it. Okay, look at this. So look at this. I put in, change out her face and put in mine and change the style of this thumbnail overall. Do not copy any of these elements. Let's make our own. So here's what, now while we're doing something else, this is what it did. Now let's see if it looks like me. Not bad. Okay. Create your digital product in 24 hours. Is that not what we just asked for? We says do something different, and that guy actually looks like me. It just took my hands and started pointing them. Now, guess what I'm going to do with this? You bet. I'm going to download it because it is ready right now. Create your digital products in 24 hours. I may not use this one right now. All right. So what about this one? Create and sell your first digital product from 0 to sales in 48 hours. Oh, you know, I'm all over that, right? Because this is what I teach you anyway. So if this is, this one I don't like that much because it's just too many damn things going on to it, but it's not bad. Digital product launch in 24 hours, your ebook and course. What do you think? Not bad, but you see what we did. Now we had a tool that was able to build all of these things for us. Eventually, what we want to do is give access to these tools to people that work with us. Now, for our particular one, in this particular case, we were talking about a very specific subject matter. So what I may end up doing is going in here and finding something, finding a video that maybe talks about that. So let's go ahead and say career pivot. All right. Now, first, what we want to do, remember, what we want to do first is we want to see if that even makes sense, because that's what Ashley and I were talking about. Remember, we were talking about that. So we're going to go back into this. And we're going to find out if the topic makes any sense. First of all, that's what I like to do. I could probably use a digital tool, but I got this right here that I pay for. So topic, let's go topic idea. All right. And then we're going to say career pivot. All right. Career pivot 30, 40, 50, 60. So that tells us we could do a whole bunch of cool stuff, right? Look at that. Suggest some topics. See what we're doing. Career pivot. That's what we happen to be talking about, pivoting out of the DEI space into something else. So we're going to look at right here. Here are some mind maps. What should I do with my life? What career should I do? This right here gives us all these cool things, prepositions, how to make a career change at 50. Oh my gosh, this is some good stuff. I love that it's giving me so much stuff that I can pull from, because I can literally take a snip of this and then I can create content out of that alone. Y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see how I might do something like this? Let's see. All right. Again, if you're coming to work with me, then you're taking the time to watch this through to the end. Hopefully, it's giving you the idea that if you want to jump into this, digital entrepreneurship, this making money online, these creating these digital assets, I'm now showing you how to launch that. All of January, that's what I said I was going to do. So in this case, I'm taking my time. And if you're still with me, then you're still with me. Okay, so career pivot, suggest a topic. So we got the mind map. Let's see if we can do something. I want to see if I can print this out. Maybe see if I can print the whole page into a PDF. Let's see if it'll do it for me. All right. It's not. Oh, there it is. It did it. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go ahead and create a PDF from that. Are you seeing what I'm doing here, y'all? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and create a PDF, downloading my PDF. Bam. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Now I'm going to go, you're seeing it live. And if you've stuck with me, you see I had Reeve at first, then I went to another tool and it built me some really good thumbnails. But now I need thumbnails for this particular subject matter. So I'm going to go over to Career Pivot. Oh, in fact, I could probably stay over here, couldn't I? Yeah, let's go ahead and do a couple of things here. Career Pivot. Are y'all with me still? All right, cool. This is it. This is how we go about doing all the stuff that I was telling you about. And since you're coming to work with me, you're right here at work with me. All right, so it looks like the camera did something weird. It wasn't showing that part. How much of y'all didn't y'all see? How much didn't you see? Was it a lot? All right, that's my bad. Let me see if I can get this back going. Screen. I was doing a lot of moving around over there, y'all. So this one right here, I think. All right, we're gonna go back over here, and I usually show it, so that's my bad if y'all couldn't see that. We're gonna go back to topic idea again. We're gonna go and put in career pivot. I thought it was changing with me, but I wasn't watching it while I was doing this stuff. So we're going to go back over to career pivot. Remember, we said career pivot showed us a whole bunch of stuff. And then if you heard me but didn't see me, this is where I was at. I ended up creating this right here. And I took this and I created an image from it. And the reason I created an image from it is because I'm going to do something cool with it in a minute. So look at this. I'm going to go to data. Go over to data, and you see that it's showing a whole bunch of stuff. Career pivot is keywords are on YouTube and they're on Google. That's good. So what I want to do is I want to search videos. typically, it's my fault. I usually have the screen up so I can see what's going on, but I had so many darn screens up that I just canceled it out. So I'm gonna cancel some stuff out. So I know it's getting kind of laggy. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this out because I can. All right, we're in pretty good shape though. You are coming to work with me. Save title changes. Nope. All right. Now I'm gonna get out of here because we saw that it couldn't do it for us. So now we're in career pivots. What I'm looking for is a good thumbnail, because you see what hopefully you saw what I was able to do with that other thumbnail. We've got, all right, I don't like these shorts, 13-minute rule. No, career advice for anyone feeling stuck in life. That's not bad. 2024, where's my 2025 stuff? There's one. 2025 here, stuck at 40, career plan. I like his, but he's got 1 million subscribers. So he should have you should have at least 10% in views that you do have of subscribers. So if you can see something and he doesn't have a lot of subscribers, like this one, this is 5%. He's got 5%, which is not bad. But this would be an outlier. The guy's got 326 subscribers, and he made, this is 2024, 842,000 views. So my career advice, right? So that's a pretty plain one. I don't really like that, but you know, we could do something with it, I guess. Let's see. We find it on YouTube. All right, so my career advice. Let's see. I think I can find it on YouTube. I figured out how to get past that. There we go. All right. You seeing this live showing up for you? Yeah, there it is. So I've been able to go and I think find this guy's video. Oh, it didn't do it for me. Darn it. Where is he at? I was showing my stuff. I'm live. All right. So let's go and do this again. Career pivot. And his stuff should show up. Yeah, it should show up. So look at this. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. And so you see all the people that were talking about that stuff should show up for us again. Even though I've got that tool, it kind of condenses things. There he is. Remember this? So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna grab that video again. So like y'all saw me do before.
Excuse me, what is the most amount of money you make?
And then I'm gonna go back over to my tool here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh all this stuff. See, I got some good thumbnails from that. I'm gonna refresh that, and I'm gonna put in his, because his is in his particular case, his video is a plain Jane video, basically. All right, his is a plain Jane video. I should have. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to grab that video. Gosh darn it. All right, good. Let's get out of here. But I do have the video now, so I'm going to go to over here, and I'm going to say I want to scrape that YouTube. Where is it? Man, this thing is so much fun. Like I say, this is what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, y'all. Thumbnail scraper right here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put in the video. Boom. I mean, there's some other ways. Yeah, there's a couple other ways I could do it. I'm going to download this thumbnail. See, it's pretty plain video, but it's a face. People love looking at faces. So I would do that same thing when I go over. Now, if you notice what we have going on, a couple of things. We got a video that was rendering. It's done. So we, get out of that. We got a video over here with one of our AIs. We've got a tool that's redoing it. So we then move to something else. That's a day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. Now, all of the other stuff, once we get done with that, and once we have our material, that's when we go off and we can kick off at the rest of the day and just do nothing, because we did all this cool stuff in the mornings, right? If you are a morning person. Now, what I want to do is I want to now grab this. I'm going to upload. Remember, I'm going to upload that video, that thumbnail. Again, I'm working. This is actually work for me, y'all. And I get a chance to work and do this video and just bring y'all along with me. So if this is something that you go, bro, I'm not hanging around that long. Hey, I get it. And you have a good day, sir. But I am putting in the work, and what a wonderful opportunity to do something like this, show somebody, right? So look at this. I'm going to describe this. Time is ticking. And I'm going to say something instead of time is ticking. I'm going to say, describe the video. I'm going to say time to pivot your, watch this, your career. I'm going to say this in the video. That's what I'm going to tell it to do. In the thumbnail, because all these things are big old, they're just big old LMs. Say time to pick career in the style of this thumbnail. Use my image. Use my image instead of his. You see what we're doing? Again, I'm working and I'm just bringing you to work with me. Are you cool with that? All right. See this? I'm going to bring my face in here now. That's the whole idea, that we bring our own faces in here. You see how cool this is, though? Is that you get a chance to play with this stuff. Now, of course, you start making some good money from all these other tactics and tricks and stuff like that I show you. And again, this is for educational purposes only. I'm not giving you financial advice. It's not typical implied guarantee that you will make any money, right? But I just want to make sure that as we look at this guy is not smiling. He kind of has a hat on. I'm just kind of looking at that, and I'm getting an idea of what kind of, because sometimes they say people smiling, that's no good. So I'm saying, okay, great. He's not smiling. I'm going to find an image. And you can't see the images that I'm looking at right now because I got in my personal files open. All right. But I'm going to just find an image of me not smiling, me just kind of looking straight ahead. It's time to pivot. I think this might be the one right here. It's a little bit of a smile. It's an actual AI image. And let's see if it'll pull over here real quick. All right. So it's an AI image. You see, this guy is saying this. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, say in the thumbnail, say time to pivot your career in the style of this video thumbnail. Use my image instead of his. All right. Now I'm going to say thumbnail style. I want it to be more bold text focus. All right. So bold text focus. I'm going to use Nano Banana again. I want at least 3 tries at it. Here's some advanced settings. If I want a 16 by 9. I want it big enough. Any elements, I want a human face expressive. All right. Now you see what I'm doing here. Any mood, I want it to be calm, serious, and informative. And then I'm going to go ahead and generate that. I'm only using 0.35 M credits, right? And I got like 100. I got a lot. So you see what I'm doing here. It's going to generate for us while we wait on something else. Now we're going to go over to our other tab. Now I can see the tab now. All right. So here it is. It showed that it's going to be able to get from that other video that I was doing earlier. Remember, I just edited out the video, and I wanted to get out of that video. I wanted to be able to get the transcript. So you see now what I have a chance to use in one of my other tools. Again, if you're in YouTube, look in the description field real quick. Go over there, and typically at the very beginning, I will put the flip book that has all of the tools that I use. So again, a day in the life of a digital entrepreneur includes doing stuff like this: research, and then we actually are pulling something together so that we can launch it. All right, I'm closing out some stuff because if I get a little laggy, that's what happens. Right, so you see, and we were over at VidTechie. We were using our VidTechie information. We're going to let that do its thing. While it's doing its thing, you see it spinning around. You see what I did here, right? I said, cool. We're going to get some information from just what's already available for us. And we're going to start closing out some of these tools now. Okay, look at this. It created it, y'all. And you can't, because it apparently likes to stop. Let me share the screen again. Oh, this is beautiful. I see what it's doing. Now, it's a little sis. All right, it kind of looks like me, but maybe not really, sort of. But the guy looks a little angry. Time to pivot your career. I'm not happy about it, apparently. But this guy wasn't smiling either. So let's go ahead and take this one right here. Not too bad. You know, this one right here looks like a user handle date, time to pivot your career. Okay, that's cool. Gave me some extra hair. I love that. I don't think I got that shirt, but it looks good. I love it. So I'm serious looking. Bam, let's download that. Absolutely. Day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. This guy, I don't know, he looks a little too angry. Face is a little puffy too. I don't like that. This guy looks like, yeah, he don't look well. But you see, I use basically the style of this one right here. And I'm now going to use that in a particular video that I just did. We have successfully been able to create some material to use. I kind of modeled this guy's style a little bit. I used the tools that I have available to me to do just that. Some free, some not free. If you remember this one right here, we had a couple of hiccups today. That's okay, right? You're coming to work with me. And I said, the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. This is the kind of stuff that we do. Now, look, an hour in, and I've been able to create edit a whole video. I've been able to get a whole thumbnail done. I've been able to get in a minute here. It's going to get me tags. It's going to get me all kinds of stuff. Now, watch this. If y'all want to see a couple of things more, then I'm going to go off of VidTechie here. And I'm going to be doing this all the time. This is the whole idea. The whole idea is that if I can show you this stuff a lot, then you'll get and start using this stuff, and you'll start making money because you now know how to do it. I see that thing doesn't handle itself very well. I don't want to go back to the other one. The other one is just like unreasonably expensive. It's good, but it's unreasonably expensive. And this one's is okay. I'll figure it out, right? And I just had to get used to it. I had to go, all right, I'm going to go totally away from you and go into this other one. All right, so now we're back here. Now, remember, we had the mind map. We got other sources too. Career pivot at 30, career pivot at 50. This one right here is probably going to go nuts. I guarantee you. Career pivot at 40. 40 still, people are young. Right? You start getting into 50, people start getting worried because their career is on the other end of it. So if we went into videos, first I want to do this. I want to check out I want to check some keywords. Let's check some keywords first. Right? Okay, so it's telling me that keywords are over here and it's showing up on YouTube and Google. Great. What about SEO? If I go to video SEO, then what it's going to do is going to say, what is the keyword that you want to, and it put it in for us. So let's analyze that keyword. This is stuff right here, man. This is so inside dope. It's just crazy because this right here is just giving us all the chances to see that this particular keyword, oh my gosh, look at this. It says that the search volume is 4,970. Could you make a little business out of 4,970? Career pivot at 50? I've made a career pivot at 50 and it was awesome, right? Check breakthrough videos. It's telling me your channel, what you could do with this based on your channel, blah, 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 right? It's telling me some other things here that I should consider. Minimum subscribers, likes, and all that kind of stuff. So it's telling me, and then it's going to give me some, of course, quit my safe job, question mark, how to change career at 50. This guy is cooking over here. He had 36,000 views, but that was like 5 years ago. I'm not caring about that one. Let's see, who do we got here? Harvard Business. No, 5 Shocking Truths. That's a good one. That's a good title. 5 Shocking Truths about career change for people over 50. Beautiful title. How many did this get? How many views did this get? It's only got 1,000 views. Maybe because that guy. But anyway, so brutally honest career advice for people over 50. This guy's got 56,000 subscribers. He got 417. Yeah, he's got 417,000 views. That's the one I would do. Brutally honest career advice. Look at him. He looks worried. He looks worried, doesn't he? And know what he did? Because he was using a live stream like I'm using. You can see why he used a live stream. I probably use the same one because of that style right here. Be honest with yourself before it's too late. And then he took that image. I would show you this, but I'm a pretty fast understander. And as a fast understander, I can see this right here and I can, grab this particular video because look at this. It was published a long time ago, but the title rocks. Look at that. It is crushing. I could use that title today. That's what you want to do. Here's another one. Career change at 50. From too old to change to multiple. That looks like it's some ChatGPT created stuff, but 2,000 views in June of 2025. Not too bad. 22 likes. We can work with it, right? Look at this. Too old for this shit. All right. So 537 views, maybe because this guy's in here and 2 of them. I don't know. How to make a career change at 50. This guy looks like he's explaining something, but he's got 18,000 views, but that's an old video. So we start looking at this and we start saying, I wonder what else I could do with this. What if I did my print friendly thing again? Watch this. I'm going to hit print friendly again. I'm going to print out this page if I can, if it shows for me. Let's see, it's doing some weird stuff. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and create a PDF of that. Now, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to load that up to one of my GPTs. Have y'all seen enough? I can make this a part 2. Let's do a part 2. Let's do a part 2 of this particular video so that I can come back and I can put it in and show you in a non-live setting. Let's see what we got over here in our other one. All right. So I wanted to show you this too. DEI pivot, turning skills into income in 30 days. Okay, so this is what it's showing me. I got the video here. Now look at this. I've got some chapters. So I'm going to use all of this. In the video itself, I'm going to use all of this. I'm going to go right over to our channel and I'm going to put all of this information in. I can make shorts out of it if I want to as well. It's going to be Ashley and I in here. I'm going to use all of these thumbnails. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be creating. Now, this is where the money's at. From this stuff here, you see, I got the transcript. From the transcript itself, I'm then going to go over to one of my LLMs, right? You use the one you want. I like to use Claude. Again, you're at work with me today, right? All right. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to go projects. I'm going to go over to projects. Can you see that stuff? It's not showing up. Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm going to go Ashran Career Solutions. I'm going to go ahead and hit here. I'm going to put in another transcript from this. Do as instructed. Let's see if it does it. From this, do as instructed. Now, I gave it some very specific information up here. All right. So that's why I said do as instructed. Let's see if it does it. So you see what we're doing. This is where the money's at. So we now take all this information and we create from it like crazy. It's going to give us some information. And I read through the transcript. Like, so it's summarizing. Just let me know the most helpful. Just let me know what would be most helpful to you. Let's see. Summarize key points. Create a document, checklist, guide, framework based on the advice given. Extract the skills translation and marketable equivalents. Actually, I like that one. That one. It didn't do what I want to do. I think I'm gonna have to create a skill. Write something inspired or based on this content, something else. So I don't want to, so I want to, this one and all of this stuff here. It did not do what I asked it to do. I'm a little miffed by that. All right, so let's see. Let's edit. Okay, so I see it's not doing what I want to do. Not exactly, but we get a little something out of it, right? So let's go to projects again. I'm going to go over to this information again. All right, so see, because I gave it a whole bunch of stuff to do, and I see that, again, sometimes these LLMs get a little dumb on you, and you got to be aware of that. They will get dumb on you. In a minute, video optimization. So again, we're at work. This is the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. And something like this, keywords, optimize, create an AEO, optimize keywords. Let's see if I can go into this, edit details. Using this for tools. Using this information, we create AEO, optimize keywords, then to convert them to products and services. Where's the rest? Oh, it didn't. All right, that's fine. Save. So it obviously is not doing what I needed to do, but that's okay. Let's go back over to our information here. We'll jump out of that. Sometimes we got to give it better instructions. I'm gonna give it a skill, because that's like having an employee. Once I got a skill, then it'll know exactly what I want to do every single time. Doing it as a project is not the optimal way to do it, but you see what we got here. We now have stuff that we can use. We even have some stuff here, right? I wouldn't want to say DEI skills. I'd say career pivot. I'd say income generating strategies, perhaps that. Yep, resilient career, stuff like that. So I'm looking at these transferable skills. All of these are keywords that we are then going to use for our stuff. Now, why I invited you to come to work with me is that in this case, I had to do the work anyway. And we call this a pillar post. A pillar post is something that's like a couple hours. You know, I'm not going to go a couple hours because I'm getting hungry and I want to go eat. But as you see that in doing this pillar post, then I'm just walking you through. Now that I've created my material, then you get a chance to see how I do it. I get a chance to do the work. You got a chance to see how I go about creating the thumbnails and all that kind of stuff. This is the life of a digital entrepreneur. Now imagine if you are somewhere living your life somewhere else, right? You could do this for companies. You could do this for clients. You could be making a bag. And I say that because it is educational purposes. I'm teaching you this stuff. You can make some good money. That's why I'm called the Monetize Your Life guy. It's because I'm telling you how to do these things. You see me using the tools. And I'm inviting you to work every single day. As I create, you get a chance to see it. Is that cool? Now, I haven't even rocked out and pulled out some of my vibe coding tools. That comes later after this. Maybe I'll do a part 2 if you want me to. I'll do a part 2 of this where you say, okay, I saw the first part. Now you're going up to the content piece, how you created the content, how you put the content onto your channels. Now, show me how you would create the micro-SaaS tools. Show me how you would create all these other things. And if I can do that on a daily basis, I would be very, very happy, because then I'm showing you some really cool stuff. You're getting it, you're understanding it, you're with me. And then I'm going to make the invitation like I'm doing right now. I'm going to nominate you to come over and go into the Monetize Your Life community. You can only get into that if you DM me. I've had somebody DM me the other day. They says, all right, I'm ready. Let's work. And she DM'd me and I says, okay, I have to interview you first, because I don't just let anybody into anything. I have to interview you to see if you're going to be serious. If you're not going to be serious, then I'm not even going to give you what it's going to cost. If I see that a person is absolutely crazy serious about this, I'll adjust the price. I promise you, I'll adjust it down. Why? Because if I know you're going to do the work, if you're going to be in there with me, you're going to be jamming, you're going to be like, I'm about that life, bro, then it would be my pleasure to invite you into what I do. It's my pleasure to give you the kind of investment cost, if you will, that makes sense for what you're trying to do. But if I see that you're not serious and you're just like, yeah, that's another conversation. All right. So hopefully I've been able to show you a couple things. This is what we're doing. We're doing this every day. Maybe not in this particular style. If you notice on my channel, I got other videos, got other stuff that I create and I put out there. I try not to do none of the hokey pokey stuff, right? All the graphics and all that kind of stuff. That's just smoke and mirrors, man. Look, show me some shit. Teach me, bro. Don't be exciting me with all the, because I look at those and I forget those videos. But the ones that walk me through some stuff, do this first, do this second, do this third. Those are the ones I remember, and I want to be that for you. All right. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.